Hey, what's up everyone? This is Ron from Healthy Me, and today I'm doing another video. Today I'll be discussing weight loss, and I'll be doing a challenge called the 30 pounds in 30 days. It's not that complicated, but it is possible, and I'm starting this week. So I want you all to join me. Just hit like, subscribe below, and let's do this together. See you inside. Hey, welcome back guys. So you've probably already seen my natural hair growth videos. You've seen my blood pressure videos, beard coloring videos. And so this week it's gonna be a little bit different. So I haven't documented this, but previously I've done a gallbladder cleanse, and that gallbladder cleanse has helped me to lose about 7 kilos. And so what I wanna do is I wanna do another one, but that's not this video. This video will be 30 pounds in 30 days. So I saw a video online. It was called Lose 30 Pounds in 30 Days. And there was approximately 30 steps. I've documented all of the steps, and I'm going to be trying it on myself. Well, my wife is going to be doing it along with me. So as I said, there's 30 steps. It's not that complicated. You might have to change your diet a little bit and kind of step out of your comfort zone and do some exercise and maybe some yoga, whatever you feel comfortable with. But what I wanted to do was to start it off by letting you guys understand what those 30 points are. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read these 30 points that I've made. I'm going to let you know what they are. And I'm also going to give you a handout in the description below, which you can download, and you can see, for yourself the points, and you can follow along with me. And ultimately what I want to do is I want to document this on a weekly basis to go over how much weight has been lost. I'm going to measure myself, measure my waist every single day, and I'm going to track it. And I want you guys to follow along with me, because the hardest part of starting a diet is just starting it, honestly. To actually get up in the morning and do what you have to do, that 20 minutes or whatever that you're going to be doing, just to actually get out and start doing it, because you feel awesome when you do it. I've lost, like I said, 7 kg. That's about like 15, 16 pounds. Now, I'm not sure if you've seen from my previous videos, I was a little bit chubbier in the face, etc. Not sure if you can see a difference. Please let me know in the comments. I feel like I have. Maybe I'm just a narcissist. I don't know. But it just feels to me that I've lost some weight. So I'm going to go ahead and read these off and let you understand, first of all, what they are. You can download this, as I said, in the description. And we're all going to just feel better as we go along through this and lose weight and feel awesome. Here I go. Why am I talking like this? So number 1, as soon as you wake up in the morning, have a glass of water. Try to have good quality water. Avoid tap water. Avoid chlorinated, fluoridated water. Try to have distilled water if you can. I know it's reasonably inexpensive. Or if you have the budget, go Evian, go Volvic. Go for high quality water. That's the first step. As soon as you wake up, 1 bottle of water, and or you can even have a glass, because, okay, honestly, a glass of water is like 255 ml, a bottle is like 500, so have half a bottle of water if you want. If you can, drink the whole thing. It's even better for you. But as soon as you wake up, 1 glass of high quality water. If you guys want, I can leave some links in the description of what high quality water is or where you can find some. Let me know. Number 2, 45 minutes after you wake up, have a big breakfast, because breakfast is the most important meal of the day. You'll be burning calories all day, and it's best to get those calories in your body as soon as possible so that you can start burning them off during the day. And what that big breakfast consists of is like organic apples, pears, berries, figs, prunes, rye bread, raw butter or organic non-pasteurized, non-homogenized butter. The same goes for milk or yogurt. For those of you who like to have meat in the morning, organic beef, organic meat, organic fish, tomatoes, celery, coffee if it's pure, and you can use the high quality water that I mentioned above. raw honey to sweet if you need. The point of this is to have raw, untouched food in the sense that it doesn't have the pesticides, doesn't have the hormones, it doesn't have the chemicals that are in it. You're trying to have as healthy a dose of food as possible in the morning and have as much as you want. Have a big portion of what I mentioned. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to have 2 kilos of steak, obviously, but within the means of trying to lose weight, have a larger breakfast. Make breakfast your largest meal. Number 3, 8 glasses of water. The same type of water that you've had during the day, have 8 glasses. So I think a glass is 255 ml. I'm not really sure how many ounces that is because I come from the other side of the pond. Make sure the water is high quality. Same water that I mentioned earlier, 8 glasses. And I'll say something, I used to suffer from heartburn and I couldn't drink water, literally, because every time I drink water, all the acid would come up and it would feel really bad. So I didn't really drink water. I'd have maybe a glass all day. And my wife used to always tell me, you need to drink water because blah, 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 blah. And I would roll my eyes, but I can't, because it just hurts too much. And so as I've started losing weight, my acidity has gone down, or the heartburn, whatever you want to call it, has gone down. And now I can drink water. Now I'm drinking like 4 bottles a day, which is around 8 glasses, and it's really delicious. I don't know if that sounds weird, but maybe because I haven't had it in so long. But it's really the most refreshing drink on the planet, to be quite honest. Okay, maybe beer, but don't drink beer. But yeah, water is really refreshing. So 8 glasses. It'll just clean you right out. And it's also good for the blood pressure too. As you know, I've created that blood pressure video, and a part of that was the deep breathing. If you also drink maybe 2 or a bottle of water and then wait 15 minutes, do your breathing, your blood pressure, literally it's going to be like 117 over 75 because the blood is thick. You can't get through the arteries. You put some water in you, it just dilutes everything that's in there and it just flows a lot better. So the more that you drink, your blood is constantly flowing. The oxygen and nutrients are going through the body. So yes, this is only tip number 3. And this video is already close to 8 minutes now, something like that. So I'll try and speed it up, but I just need to emphasize, the water. It's very important. It's good for many things. This is also very important. Step number 4 is walking. Walking is essential. Do it outside too, to get that sun and the vitamin D. 1 hour nonstop. Just go for a walk. Take your phone, take your watch, count the steps, count the calories. Let it be fun. Bring a partner. Just go outside whenever you can, after work, before work, or half an hour now, half an hour later if you have to, but it's even better if it's done all in one shot. So 1 hour walk, nonstop, outside. If you can't, like for example, if you live in a really hot country or in a really cold country, or if it's raining, do something inside, skip some rope, get on a treadmill, climb some stairs, whatever, just make sure that you're doing something for an hour. It doesn't have to be that intense. It can just be a light walk. Just make sure that it's an hour straight and outside. If you can't do that, improvise and just make sure you're doing something for an hour. Step number 5, stop eating after 6 p.m. 6 p.m. should be the cutoff point. If not 6, 6:30. If not 6:30, 7. If not 7, 7:30, but don't go later than 7:30. Try your best to eat your last meal at 6 p.m. You give your body enough time to digest, and the time from 6 until when you wake up in the morning, you're still burning calories, just blinking, breathing, moving, etc. So that food that you've eaten would have been burnt, and you would have lost some weight when you wake up in the morning. Try this. If you don't believe me, try it tonight. Don't eat past 6. Take your weight before, obviously. Actually, it's better to take your weight in the morning of the day that you're going to do it. Don't eat past 6. Wake up in the next morning, take your weight. You'll be maybe 100 grams, 200 grams less because your body's, going through what you've eaten and burning that off. It's simple. Just don't eat past 6 p.m. And that's another great trick. If you just do that, that'll make you lose weight. Also the walking. If you only do that, you lose weight. Also, try to be in bed between 9 and 10 p.m. Between 9 and 10 p.m. This way, not only have you stopped eating at 6 or 7 p.m., this way you're sleeping, because obviously your body, when it's sleeping, it's repairing. And when it's repairing, it's doing good for the body. So don't eat past 6 or 7:30, if you're starving and you couldn't eat lunch or dinner, whatever. But just try to keep it as early as possible and get as much sleep as possible, and you'll see the results. There's something called a Candida Cleanse. Let's say you've gone to the doctor, you had let's say a flu, and they give you antibiotics. Antibiotics can give you Candida. Candida is like a growth, it's like a yeast. So what happens is, if there's an overgrowth of yeast in the body, that can hinder many functions of the body, and it's good. And I'll leave a link in the description on how to do a Candida cleanse. It's not that complicated, but it's essential in understanding. I saw this one video, I can't remember what the name is, but there was a test. What you have to do is you have to spit in a glass of water, and if your spit stays on the top and it floats, then it's good. If it doesn't float and it sinks to the bottom, then there's a Candida problem. Now, I think everyone has some sort of Candida in them, but it's bad if your spit drops to the bottom. That's a signal that there is an overflow or an overgrowth of Candida. Number 7, do a colon cleanse. A colon cleanse or hydrotherapy, just cleaning yourself out from all of the remnant waste that's in the bowels and the colon. Just clean it out. Do it for like maybe 3 days. I can leave a link in the description on how to do that. You can buy a home enema kit. It's a little bit uncomfortable, but I mean, the big picture is you're cleaning that stuff out. And could you imagine how gross that is? If you touch it, it's disgusting. Just imagine if it's all in there, you need to get it out, right? So, I'm not trying to be disgusting or anything, but I mean, we're speaking about health. So it's good to do a colon cleanse. Do it for like 3 days. Clean yourself out. I'll leave a link to a video in the description to let you guys understand more about that. It's important that you do it. The Candida cleanse is important. It's good to know if there is an overgrowth, but the colon cleanse is essential. You need to do that. Number 8, eat organic grapefruit all day. How many? If you can have one, have one. If you can have 3, have 3. But there is something in the grapefruit that helps detoxify you, and it helps you lose weight. So as much as you can. I know it's a little bit tart or a little bit sour, but try to have one a day, and you'll see the results. You see, all of these together, it's like a wrecking ball to your fat or to your weight loss regimen. So, if you just take parts of this, it'll help. But all of them together, it's like a Bruce Lee kick. It's just going to knock you right out, but in a good way. So I understand that you might not be able to do all of this, or you don't have access to organic or raw foods. But, even if you can't get the organic stuff, just try your best to just keep the quality of what you're eating as good as possible. So have at least one organic. If not organic, what can you do? Grapefruit in a day. Number 9, no aspartame or artificial sweeteners. These sweeteners, as they call them, are really bad for you. And you can do your own research as well on this, but there is a link to bad health and to aspartame and these synthetic sweeteners. So stay off them completely for the next 30 days. Number 10, no MSG, no artificial flavors. Try to keep your diet as natural and fresh as possible. This 30 days is going to be like maybe the hardest 30 days of your life in terms of having fresh and healthy foods. So you need to make sure that the foods that you're eating are high quality. High quality. That's the bottom line. So no MSG, no artificial flavoring. You can read the labels. It says, MSG, monosodium glutamate, or artificial flavors, artificial color, whatever. Just try to stay away from anything artificial as much as you can. Number 11, take digestive enzymes. Digestive enzymes help you break down the foods. A lot of the times people cannot even break down the foods in their stomach. They might have a low acid count, or they might have low acid in their stomach, and so the food is literally just fermenting in their stomach. And you hear a lot about heartburn and you have too much acid, but in some instances you don't have enough acid, and that gas that you're feeling is just the fumes of the gas that's coming up, or the fermented food that's coming up. And so take digestive enzymes, and that can help in that respect. Number 12, stay away from diet sodas or diet foods altogether. As I mentioned earlier, the aspartame and the artificial sweeteners, those are also found in diet sodas. So if you remove all of that completely, even from the diet sodas and any diet anything, just remove that from the diet for the next 30 days as well. And that also relates to McDonald's, KFC, Pizza Hut, all those yummy, delicious restaurant chains that you feel like having at like 11 at night when you're really hungry. Stop eating those as well, because there's no nutrition, and it's just made out of bad quality food. So it just goes against everything on this list. So for the next 30 days, as much as possible, and this correlates to the last point on this list, but back to this one, as much as you can, no KFC, no McDonald's, no Pizza Hut, no Burger King. I don't need to mention them all. You know what they are. Just stay the hell away from them for the next 30 days. Even as much as you can, not just for the next 30 days, but in regards to this regimen, just stay away from them as much as possible. Point number 14, no high fructose corn syrup. You can read that on the labels of the products that you're purchasing. It'll say high fructose corn syrup. If you see it, don't buy it. Number 15, no white flour or no white sugar. Try to use raw sugarcane or stevia or organic brown flour, organic brown sugar for sweeteners. Just stay away from the white sugar and the flour. Replace it with brown. If you're going shopping and you need flour or sugar, go into the health section, get the raw organic, the brown, and substitute. Number 16, and this one is important, organic apples. Apples are awesome. I've noticed also that when I did the gallbladder cleanse, there's a portion of that over 5 or 6 days, you have to drink apple juice, a liter of apple juice every day. And I found that when I was drinking the apple juice, I was losing weight. I don't know what's in it, but I've been drinking it even after the gallbladder cleanse, and my weight just keeps coming off like 100, 200 grams a day. I do some walking and stuff, but in that time when I'm not drinking the apple juice, the weight doesn't come off as much. But when I do drink apple juice, it comes off even more. There must be something in it that's cleaning the liver, or there must be something in it that's helping with the digestive factors. But apple juice, for me, is great. So, in relation to this point, organic apples, eat as many as you want. Because number one, they taste awesome and they're really good. They say the doctor a day. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. I'm not sure how much merit that has, but ever since that I've started eating a lot more apples, I've just felt better and losing weight. So eat every day organic apples. Just eat them. Number 17, meat has to be organic. Milk and meat has to be organic. Dairy has to be limited throughout your day. If you're going to have dairy, milk, cheese, just make sure that there's no hormones, there's no chemicals. It's as organic as you can find. I know some people, they love milk, like with their coffee or with their cereal or baking things. If you are going to use milk, limit it and use high quality milk. And again, meat has to be organic if you can. If you can't, then just keep it on the middle. Don't eat that much meat. Reduce the portion a bit. So number 18, liver cleanse. Liver cleanse is almost the same as the gallbladder cleanse. You know, it's similar in respect to they both get affected at the same time when you do the gallbladder cleanse, but you can take supplements like I picked up this milk thistle. It sounds weird, but it actually helps promote a healthy liver. Here it is here. Promotes healthy liver function. Milk thistle. You can pick it up at your health food store or at the pharmacist, etc. You know, this one is called Nature's Answer, Advanced Botanical Fingerprint Technology. Well, I don't know. You know, I'm not a scientist. I'm not a pharmacist. All I know is that it helps. So I'll leave a link in the description. At lunch and dinner, eat an enormous salad consisting of organic vegetables, carrots, peas, broccoli, cauliflower, whatever you like. Just make that salad as large as you possibly can. And use organic dressing if you can find it. If not, try to keep the dressing to like, I don't know, vinegar. It could be apple cider vinegar or it could be white vinegar. Just make sure that it's clean. You can use lemon, balsamic vinegar, maybe some olive oil, as long as it's organic, extra virgin olive oil, then that's fine. You can still have a great tasting salad. Just fine tune it so that it's as large and natural as possible. Number 20, get yourself a mini trampoline and just jump on that thing as much as you can. Put on your favorite episode of Friends or Breaking Bad, whatever you seem to be into, and just get on that thing and just jump for a couple of episodes. You won't even really feel it because you're being entertained by the TV show, but at the end you should be able to, number one, it cleans the ducts. It just pushes everything down that might be stuck, and you also burn calories from the exercise itself. So it has multiple benefits, and they're not that expensive. I picked mine up from Amazon. I think it was like $35 or something like that. I mean, it's a little bit pricey, but I just add it into my regimen. I do my bouncing every day, and that with my walking, and it seems to be working fairly well. I'll put a link in the description. Number 21, add hot peppers, which will increase your metabolism. Try cayenne peppers. You can even find it in the form of a powder. This is, it's tasty if you can handle it. If you can't, then, you know, obviously you can't. But, you know, if you like a little bit of spice, put some cayenne pepper on it. Makes a tasty meal. Number 22, apple cider vinegar. Have 1 teaspoon before every meal. This helps in, I guess, digestion and overall well-being. It has many health benefits. Just 1 teaspoon before every meal. Number 23, breathing exercises. I recommend after you do your walk, you sit for 5 minutes. After you feel recuperated, do a good 5 minutes of deep breathing, and this will make you feel very relaxed, at ease. It will give you clarity. You might even think of a solution to a problem that you might have. It could sometimes be thought of as meditation. I mean, you can meditate while you're breathing, or do whatever you want to do while you're breathing. Just take a few minutes each day and just nourish the body with oxygen. Number 24, magnetic finger rings. These finger rings are just little like magnets that go around your fingers, and they're known to kind of slow down the aging process. As the blood has iron, etc. in it, the magnets help circulate the blood a lot better, and it's better for your overall health. Some people, they wear a bracelet. It's kind of the same thing where, it's pushing the blood and helping it circulate through the body. Number 25, colonics. Try to do 15 in 15 days. So basically half of this protocol, you can do it in the first half or the last half. Try to do 15 colonics. Number 26, add some muscle if you can. Do some yoga, Pilates, do some Chinese Kung Fu, just 20 minutes a day. If you can, get a membership. Get a free 30-day membership just for this. Who cares? Or go on YouTube and find your favorite practitioner of either Pilates, yoga, or any martial art, and just do some forms. Do some Kung Fu forms. Do some yoga stretching, just 15, 20 minutes. And just, build a little bit of muscle, because the more muscle that you have, the more fat you burn, because it takes a lot more energy to maintain the muscles, and so it feeds off of the fat. So the more muscle you have, the less fat you will have over time. So, do something muscle building. Trust me. So number 27, there's a book called The Miracle of Juice Fasting. This book will document how you can do a juice fast. A juice fast you can do over a period of days. 3 days is a good amount of time. And in this time, you can remove a lot of the toxins, lose some weight. It's really good. It's, obviously juices is from vegetables and from fruits. And, there are many, many health benefits to eating fruits and vegetables, minerals and vitamins. And it's the best thing that you can do, honestly. So it's literally a cure-all. So, a lot of people say like, hey, what do you mean cure-all, blah, blah, blah. But, literally it is a cure-all. If you give your body the environment to be healthy and to sustain itself, it will heal itself. I'm a strong believer in that. So all you critics out there, you might say, hey, you can't cure cancer, you can't cure blah, blah, blah. But look at the Gersons. Look into Dr. Gerson. See how they're curing cancer in Mexico. They're not allowed in the US or in Canada or in Europe. But it's because, the powers that be don't really want them there, because you can cure yourself just from healthy food. And it's laughable. You might think like, aha, that's not true. But, I've learned a lot from listening to the Gersons, and as well as from the diabetes perspective. I mean, from what I understood from one of the Gersons' talks, is that the cholesterol inhibits the insulin from circulating, or it just inhibits the insulin altogether. Cholesterol meaning anything from an animal, so that's meat, milk, cheese, butter, etc. You stop putting that into your body, and then suddenly you find that your diabetes is better. Try it. For those of you who have diabetes, take a test, do a challenge. Stop eating meat. Stop drinking milk, stop eating cheese, anything that comes from an animal, anything that has cholesterol, stop eating it for a few days. See what happens to you. And I think that's in relation to type 2 diabetes, where you can't eat sugar. Type 1, I believe, is when you need insulin. I'm not sure if that's the same, but I do recommend it for the people who have the type 2. Try it and tell me what happens. And I can pretty much guarantee you it's going to make a difference. So try that. And number 28, this is my favorite one. Cheat whenever you want. There's no point in sitting there. There's no point in sitting there and saying, "Oh my God, I can't have this. I can't have that. I feel this urge," because the stress that you're going to put yourself through and not doing something, compared to just doing it and then feeling like, that was good. I'm glad I did that. But next time, I'm not going to do that. Sometimes you have that urge, and sometimes you have to listen to your body. Your body sometimes needs sugar. Sometimes you crave a Coca-Cola, I'm not saying that you should do it every time. And what I'm saying is that you can control it and say, okay, I'll have one this week. You can say, every Friday, let that be my cheat day. I'm going to go and have the juiciest, fattiest burger there is. But then, after that day, you go back to a strict regimen. Cheat whenever you want. Don't feel bad about it, but just make sure you're doing the right thing. And just, doing it sometimes, not all the time. Don't just say, I'm going to cheat whenever I want. I'm just going to eat whatever I want, but double. No, obviously that's not going to work. There's common sense, and not going through, not fulfilling those urges whenever you have them. But that kind of goes into the last point, which is number 29. It's called tapping. Tapping is an exercise where you can use that to gain confidence or to overcome urges if you have addictions. There are tapping techniques, and what that does is it teaches your body that when you feel that urge to do something other than that addiction or that urge that you have, you want to have that steak or you want to have that Haagen-Dazs ice cream. If you want, you can do something else. There's a tapping exercise. You tap your body a certain amount of times. I'll leave a link in the description, and that alleviates that urge. And then you can also use this on a psychological level. Let's say you feel, let's say you have a fear of speaking in front of a large audience, or you have a fear of heights, whatever. There are tapping techniques that you can do to, when you do them, it could be your finger, it could be tapping your knee, whatever it might be that you choose to do, but that turns off a signal and turns on another signal that I am confident I can do this because I'm doing this. If there's 10,000 people in front of me and I'm afraid, doing something such as this, kind of re-triggers the brain. It takes some time, and it's not a one-time solution. It's like, oh my God, there's 10,000 people in front of me. Oh, okay. I feel great now. Hey, everybody. No, it takes time to get used to removing the fear and replaces it with a new mechanism that you've taught your brain that this removes the bad, and you basically have no fear, or you remove that feeling of having the urge of whatever you might want to do. It sounds crazy, but I mean, they use it in psychology. If it's not tapping, it could be, let's say, recanting the same term over and over again, like Tony Robbins, every day in every way I'm getting stronger and stronger. It's the same belief system that you're building either through saying something, verbally, or using like a physical motion to remove that fear or stress. So, either way, it works. If that's an issue for you, you can look into it. As I said, I'll leave a link in the description, and you can see for yourselves. So there's 29 points that I went through. This video is maybe close to 40 minutes, but it's essential. I'm going to leave all of these notes in a document, like a Google document that you can download, and you'll see. You can go through the ones that you can do. From this list, I'm going to be doing this for the next 30 days. I'm going to be going for walks. I'm going to be measuring my waist. Before I did the gallbladder cleanse, I had a 40-inch waist. Now it's 38. I've lost 2 inches. I plan on losing another 2 inches after this 30 days, or maybe more. So I want to help you guys. I want to help myself. But, at the same time, you guys need maybe a kick in the ass in the right direction, some motivation to get started. And so let this be your motivation. Let this kickstart you for losing some weight and getting healthier, dropping your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your diabetes, whatever it might be. Just don't forget to be the best that you can for 2018 and beyond. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next coming videos. Cheers.